This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Adam Cellini, along with John Scalzi, and you may be noticing a pattern here.
Yeah, red. Wait, you even got a red pin on. We'll tell you all about that later on, though. But weather, though.
It's not just a coincidence.
Yeah.
We'll start there.
It isn't. It's a good thing that everybody in the United States is doing today. So.
Yes.
A good awareness program. We have across the region today some lovely weather for you. A lot of blue sky out there, followed by some sunshine as soon as dawn breaks. No rain in the forecast, despite that little bit of cloud cover that you might see there. That is not rain-producing cloud. We'll look for a mix of sun and cloud to start the day. More sunshine in the second half of the day and mild temperatures throughout with low relative humidity. Another exquisite day on the Suncoast. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning. Traffic picking up in Manatee County and Bradenton, a little bit on 301 and over the bridges, the DeSoto and Green Bridge into Bradenton. Other than that, not a whole lot of cars out on the roadway this morning at 602. Moving to Sarasota County, though, the traffic is picking up on Bee Ridge Road, Clark Road, and a little bit towards downtown Sarasota. We do have a live look on US 41 at North Tamiami Trail. Just wanted to get out there and take a look at the traffic patterns heading through that way. As you can see, more cars picking up as we take this live look. They are coming at us full speed right there. So keep an eye out for the traffic roadways on this Friday morning. Want to make sure you get to your destination safely. Moving towards South County in Northport and Venice, no traffic in that direction, so you should be have a easy breeze this morning on your morning commute. Some breaking news out of Paris. We are receiving reports that a soldier has opened fire outside the Louvre Museum.
Yeah, you're taking a live look from the scene. The Paris police chief saying a man armed with a machete and shouting "God is great" in Arabic launched himself at soldiers and police officers. One of the soldiers shot the attacker 5 times, gravely wounding him. That attacker was also carrying 2 backpacks, but they were later found not to contain any explosives. The Paris police press office says it has no other details other than that a soldier opened fire. The area has now been secured. The museum in the center of Paris is one of the French capital's biggest tourist attractions, and we will have more details on this as they become available. Well, we are learning more about the city manager of Sarasota's potential move to Nevada.
Tom Barwin is one of 5 finalists for a job in Reno, Nevada. He's expected to be in Reno later this month for interviews with city officials. For those here in Sarasota, though, the announcement was a bit unexpected. In a statement, Barwin says it is not unusual for other dynamic communities to look to our area for talent. Over the years, he has worked to diligently retain many of the key staff here. Now, Reno is a major American city, and he is flattered that they listened when he reached out to him just a couple of weeks ago. Every once in a while, it is good to update his resume, he says, and learn firsthand what other great American communities are up to.
Story for anyone who has used the shopping website Craigslist. 2 teenagers in Tampa are under arrest for allegedly fatally shooting a man who was trying to sell them a dirt bike. Police say they have arrested a 17-year-old and 16-year-old boy for the death of 44-year-old James Beck. Police say that victim and his son were selling the dirt bike through a Craigslist transaction. Beck was shot as he was trying to leave, and his son was reportedly not injured. The 2 teens arrested now face murder and robbery charges. And following that shooting, law enforcement here on the Suncoast are reminding locals that it's better to be safe than sorry when trying to buy or sell something online. Sarasota police say there are many safe places throughout Sarasota and Manatee counties for people to complete a transaction, including the lobby of their headquarters. They're encouraging people to utilize and make the most of those safe places.
There is either an officer or a representative from the Sarasota Police Department when our lobby is open. So there's going to be somebody that's going to be able to stand by with you as you do these online transactions with people you don't know. And so it's, again, just that extra layer of security, that extra layer of safety.
And if you're not sure where there is a safe place in your area, you can find out by contacting your local law enforcement. And now to an update on the lawsuit filed against officials in Manatee County School District by former athletic director and football coach at Manatee High School. According to the Bradenton Herald, a circuit judge is now dismissing that lawsuit. Joe Canan filed the suit against the district and former superintendent Rick Mills for defamation, emotional distress, and several other counts, claiming they forced him out of the district. Canan's attorney says they will file an amended complaint within the next month.
A man in Venice has come up with a bright idea to bring more affordable housing to Sarasota County. Bud LaFave is looking to buy property off of US 41 to build 40 new homes. They'll range in size from 400 to 600 square feet and will be a cheaper option for those who need to rent a home. He hopes this will help the population of people who are working but can't quite afford high rent costs in other areas of the county.
A lot of them I found through research are sleeping in tents with their children. They're sleeping in cars, behind buildings.
LaFave came up with the idea after his daughter herself was nearly homeless after a divorce a few years ago. And plans are moving forward to revitalize a high-profile park in downtown Sarasota. Pineapple Park has become a gathering point for a number of homeless people in our community. Our cameras were there while one person even broke inside the city's fenced-off barrier to the fountain area. Now, the city is working with landscape architect David Connor, who believes a successful park makeover can solve the homeless issue.
One thing interesting about homelessness is if you can attract the public, if we can make this a great place for the public to come and more people are there, then the homelessness may not go away, but it may not feel like it's such a big issue.
The city asked for the public's input to shape a master plan for Pineapple Park. And this morning, a new condo could soon be on the way for downtown Sarasota. According to the Herald Tribune, Core Development is filing plans to build a new 18-story luxury condo on the corner of North Tamiami Trail and Boulevard of Arts. You're taking a live look from where that condo is set to be built. It will include 51 units that will sell for $1 to $5 million. There will also be space for offices, shops, and a restaurant. If approved, construction is expected to begin later this year.
Now to an update on the controversial plans to build a heli stop at a popular golf club in Lakewood Ranch. According to the Herald Tribune, the Manatee County Commission has approved the Concession Golf Club's request for a new helicopter pad, despite the petition from residents of a nearby neighborhood to keep commissioners voting to keep it the way it is. Commissioners voted 5-1 in support of the proposal. The club says there will be an average of 2 daylight landings on the heli stop per month. And in honor of Black History Month, an open house will be held today for a special exhibit at the North Sarasota Public Library.
The Congressman Robert Small's exhibit is on display for the entire month. Now, the former slave played an integral part in the ending of the Civil War and served 5 terms in Congress. 3 of Small's descendants will be at that open house to host a discussion and give a guided tour. Refreshments will also be served. That open house begins at 5:30. And this morning, we now know who will be in contention for Sarasota's Teacher of the Year award.
Yeah, Sarasota County School District officials visited 3 schools to announce the finalists. They are William B.J. Ivy from Riverview High, Christine Braun from Pineview School, and Holly Houghton Brown from Tatum Ridge Elementary. Superintendent Lori White, school board members, and past winners arrived with gifts and balloons to celebrate. The overall District Teacher of the Year will be announced on April 5th, but congratulations to everyone nominated. I mean, it's an amazing honor.
Yeah, those kids look so excited. Look at them. I mean, to have your teacher honored for such a big accomplishment, that's got to be exciting as a little kid, you know?
Yeah. If you ever wonder if you made an impact as a teacher, I mean,
right.
You got 50 kids running up to you for hugs. That's
yeah.
Probably a good indication.
good indication
signal.
for
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely. Boy, they make all the difference, a good teacher.
Sure
all
do.
the difference in the world. That's one of the hardest jobs there is.
Oh
I
my
think.
gosh, thankless job.
Yeah.
It is a hard job. Lots of paperwork, lots of preparation, and sometimes not all the credit they deserve.
Right.
Yeah.
We have across the region some beautiful, beautiful weather shaping up for you this weekend. Take a teacher to lunch.
There you go. Well, you may be wondering why we're all wearing red today. Coming up, we'll tell you why.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And andservices.com. andservices.com.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
As your agent, I care about what you care about, so I will take the time to help you through the process to find your dream home. Customer service is just another way to say I care about my customers. When you are buying or selling a home, you deserve special attention because it's a big decision. You should not feel rushed. I'm Jackie Evinia, agent with SWC Properties. I'm here to help you. Estoy aquí para ayudarles.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on a pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
If you want to rediscover the smooth, radiant skin of your past, consider a facelift, eyelid lift, or laser resurfacing from Faces by Feza. Restore your natural, youthful appearance and the confidence that goes with it when you trust your face to the expert hands of Dr. John Feza. Using a delicate touch, he gives you natural-looking contours, a clean jawline, and long-lasting results. Call today to schedule a private consultation, because when you look good, you feel good. Faces by Feza at Center for Sight.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. andservices.com. andservices.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Temperatures running just about the same as they were yesterday at 56 degrees. We have a dew point value that has dropped a little bit, still certainly in the comfortable range, coming in at 52. Northeast wind at about 3. That northeasterly wind component will be with us throughout the day today, maybe shifting a little bit in the afternoon to a westerly flow. But all in all, through the weekend, that little northerly bend to the easterly wind will help to keep our humidity fairly comfortable. Things may change, though, as we head into Sunday night and Monday day, and we develop more of a southeasterly wind flow. Talk about that in a second. 55 degrees in Parrish, Mayaca coming in at 56, so's Arcadia, 60 at Longboat Key. We have in Venice right now 58 degrees, so it is in Inglewood, and Northport comes in at 56 as well. Punta Gorda a little bit cooler at 52. Across the region, we have a little bit of high clouds that are streaming by. That's not an issue. It is not rain-producing weather. And a frontal boundary producing some cloud cover out in the central Gulf waters. Again, that's not going to be a big issue for us. We have, across our region, dry air in place, locked firmly in place, actually, by a ridge of high pressure, and that's not going to allow for the development of any rain showers today. Those rain showers are going to be hard to find across the state for the next several days. I think rain shower chances will start to pick up next week along the east coast of Florida, and we'll have a few scattered showers out in Gulf waters. But really, the heaviest of the weather will be back in California, where there'll be mudslides and some fairly heavy snows at higher elevations. Plus, there'll be some scattered showers along the Carolina coast, stretching back into the deep south. That's part of a low-pressure area and a frontal boundary that will gradually try to drag a cold front through our area. You saw some of the showers in Gulf waters earlier in cloud cover. That front basically falls apart as it approaches this high-pressure ridge. That'll happen tonight through tomorrow. And it won't do much more, I think, than perhaps bring us a little teeny drop in our dew point values. Certainly won't bring us any colder weather. That remains locked well to the north. Mostly sunny skies. Dry again today, and low relative humidity making those afternoons feel very comfortable. Now, this is a water vapor imagery shot from the satellite showing where the dry air is, where it is not. Also good for showing the swirls and motions in our upper levels of the atmosphere. And you can see we basically have a west to east flow of air. Nothing really diving south, no cold air on the way. And with that dry air in place, as that front sinks southward, doesn't have much to work with, so we don't expect to see rain showers around here. High pressure builds in after that weak front decays once again, bringing us an easterly flow over the weekend that probably will kick off a few scattered showers over on the other coast, but since we're removed from that moisture source of the Atlantic as the winds blow northeast, we stay dry. Probably till about Tuesday, when another front will approach us and bring us a chance of showers. Northeast wind shifting northwest at about 10 knots this afternoon, 10 knots right straight through the evening hours, in fact. And the forecast calls for temperatures in the mid-70s with the next chance of rain next week. Back to you.
Hey, thanks a lot, John. Let's take a look at our roadways this morning. We do have an accident in Manatee County on State Road 70 near 53rd Avenue. So be aware of that if you're driving. Doesn't look like it's stopping too much traffic yet, but still something you want to be aware of in the area. Down near downtown Sarasota, no accidents to report. The interstate moving along well here in the still early morning hours, and not too many cars out on the roadways, it would appear. We do have a live look at US 41 Tamiami Trail. Couple extra cars getting out there on the roadways than we've seen in the last hour or so, but traffic still relatively clear. Be aware and careful on those roadways until that sun comes out. And moving on towards Northport and Venice, no accidents to report. The interstate moving along nicely, and US 41 looking good as well.
Well, in honor of National Wear Red Day, we're raising awareness about the risks of heart disease in both men and women. Heart disease, the #1 killer of both men and women, with 1 in 3 women dying from it annually and 1 in 4 men. Here to talk to us a little more about the risks of heart disease is cardiologist Chippy Nalluri, a cardiologist at the Heart Specialists of Sarasota. Dr. Nalluri, thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate you coming out. It is pretty early, so thank you for waking up with us.
Absolutely.
So talk to us a little bit about who is most at risk when it comes to heart disease. Kind of a surprising number we were talking about.
Everyone is at risk. You know, heart disease accounts for over 800,000 deaths a year. That accounts for 1 out of every 3 deaths, so a staggering number. Again, in honor of National Wear Red Day, it is a woman's #1 killer. Unfortunately, only 54% of women understand that this is their #1 killer. Significantly lower percentage in Hispanic and African American women's.
Right, and something we mentioned a few minutes ago is that, you know, a lot of women or people in general think breast cancer is the #1 killer of women. Talk to me a little bit about the differences between that.
So 1 in 31 women die of breast cancer, 1 in 3 dies of heart disease. So it's 10 times the killer.
It's amazing. And what are some of the main causes of, I guess, heart health risks and, you know, things people should look out for?
Right. So this is a very important point because so much of heart disease is preventable. So controlling your blood sugar, controlling your blood pressure, controlling your cholesterol, not smoking, eating right, exercising, and management of stress and reducing alcohol. So 90% of heart disease is preventable. These are modifiable risks, which means if you change your lifestyle, you alter the course of this disease.
Wow.
Definitely.
Amazing.
And certainly a busy day for you today. I'm sure you have a lot of stuff lined up to educate people, but
Yes.
what are, if they aren't able to maybe get out and do anything, get to educate about that, talk to me a little bit about what are some good resources for people to look to?
American Heart Association, the Go Red campaign, there is an incredible amount of wealth of data on the internet. Again, it's very simple. Change your lifestyle. Have accountability. Be your own healthcare advocate. Know your numbers. The Go Red for Women task force has always made this point very clear. Know your numbers. Visit your doctor. Be your own healthcare advocate. Talk about your blood pressure, your cholesterol. Stop smoking. This is, again, such a preventable disease.
And should people make cardiologist visits part of their regular annual checkups?
You know, people can start with a primary care physician, and then depending on your level of risks or symptoms, then they come to us.
Excellent.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Dr. Naluri. We appreciate you taking the time out of your day to educate folks about the Go Red campaign.
And thank you for what you do on the other days as well.
Exactly.
Not just today. Well, coming up later in the hour.
New details on the murder of a security guard in Denver, why the suspect was already under investigation prior to the shooting. We'll have that story coming up next.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on MySuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at MySuncoast.com/dining.
Our goal is to do things better than anybody in the country. What makes Sarasota Memorial Hospital's program so special is that it's taking care of the patient in every aspect of cardiovascular disease. And in this community, the patients are very active. The idea is not just to get them over that operation, but to get them back to doing the things that they enjoy doing.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried, Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.
All right, well, welcome back to 6:25 this morning. New developments in the deadly shooting of a transit security officer. The accused killer is believed to be a Muslim convert, and leaders of a Denver mosque say they warned federal authorities about his extremist views.
ABC's Clayton Sandell has the details in today's GMA First Look.
We have an officer down. RTD is the victim.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new clues about an alleged killer's motive. Joshua Cummings scheduled to make his first court appearance today, facing charges of first-degree murder. Police say Cummings shot and killed 56-year-old transit security guard Scott Von Lanken in cold blood just before midnight Tuesday, then ran.
We do have concerns that was the victim a target because of the uniform that he was wearing?
Cummings is an Army vet and a Muslim convert who recently moved to Colorado from Texas, where he taught martial arts and once spoke to parishioners at a local church.
I testify that there's only one God worthy of worship and that Muhammad is his prophet.
Cummings was already on law enforcement radar thanks to a Denver mosque he visited in December, who reported its concern about his radicalization. And we'll have more on the investigation coming up at 7 a.m. with your GMA First Look. I'm Clayton Sandell, ABC News, Denver.
Can't see it, can't taste it, but there's so much more to it. Here's how Benefiber works. Inside us are trillions of good microflora that support digestive health. The prebiotic fiber in Benefiber nourishes them. And what helps them helps you. Clear, taste-free Benefiber.
Tyler loves chicken. Turns out his old dog food had chicken byproduct meal, not chicken. So I switched to Blue Buffalo.
Blue is made with the finest natural ingredients and no chicken byproduct meal.
We love him like family, so we feed him like family with Blue.
Hey, Becky!
Hey, Silkman!
What you doing?
Jogging.
All right! Hey, you know what goes great with jogging? Protein! New Silk Protein Nut Milk. It's got 10 grams of protein.
That's a lot.
Oh, Becky, it's the most!
Thanks, Silkman.
Gotta run. The door's on the other side!
Silk. Tastes like better.
Once upon a time, there were children who didn't know the magic of books. They didn't have stories to introduce them to enchanting characters. Now you can give stories that change lives. Go to magicofstorytelling.com to give all children the chance to follow their dreams.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Flooring Depot has been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties for over 20 years with the best products and installation. Flooring Depot offers carpet, tile, hardwood, and more. Before you buy, give us a try. Stop by our showroom or visit us on the web at bestvaluecarpet.com.
The official salon of ABC 7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, the Trump administration threatening to issue more sanctions against Iran. Today, we'll show you why.
Plus, an internal review now underway in Delaware after a hostage situation at a prison turns deadly.
And a 4-year-old finds quite the surprise in the bathroom. We'll show you what other discovery it led to in this home.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. It is 6:30 on this Friday morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Adam Cellini, along with a very scared John Scull.
That last shot was disturbing. Yes, it was.
was.
I hope it's not going to show what I think it's going to show. Oh.
Can't promise anything.
Man, that's like nightmare material right there.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Ooh.
No, I can't.
Let's not think about it.
No. Getting that image out of my mind.
Yeah.
Nice weather across the state right now. A little bit of high cloudiness streaming on past, but other than that, we're looking at a beautiful dawn breaking on the Suncoast. No rain in the forecast for today. Just again some mild temperatures and low relative humidity coming in the mid-70s. Complete forecast in a few.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Let's take a look at our roadways early this morning. It's a little after 6:30, and we do have an accident in Manatee County. It's at State Road 70 near 53rd Avenue. Doesn't seem to be slowing traffic a whole lot yet, but be aware of that if you're driving in the area. Interstate looking clear up there, though. Down in Sarasota, no accidents to report at this time. Interstate looking clear, and we do have a live look at US 41. There it is. Cars getting out there on the roads, looking busy but not super busy. If you're driving in the area, should still have a smooth commute there down Tamiami Trail. And now taking a look at Northport Venice area, I don't believe, and we don't have any accidents to report down there either. US 41 looking clear north and south, and the interstate looking clear as well.
Well, some breaking news as we follow a developing story out of Paris. We're receiving reports that a soldier has opened fire outside the Louvre Museum.
And you're taking a live look from the scene. The Paris police chief says a man shouted, "God is great" in Arabic and launched himself at soldiers and police officers. Police say the man attacked the soldiers after he was refused entry to a shopping complex under the museum with his bags. Officials found 2 machetes. One of the soldiers shot that attacker 5 times, gravely wounding him. The area has now been secured and the Louvre Shopping Center has been reopened to staff. The museum in the center of Paris is one of the French capital's biggest tourist attractions.
In other news, possible action against Iran could come as early as today.
And this as President Trump continues to turn up the heat on Iran while defending a reported heated phone call with the Australian Prime Minister. ABC's Elizabeth Herr is in New York with the details.
From talking tough to taking action.
That's what I do. I fix things. We're going to straighten it out.
President Trump ready to impose new sanctions against Iran.
Iran continues to threaten U.S. friends and allies in the region.
The White House first put Iran on notice earlier this week after Iran tested another ballistic missile. Iranian officials fired back, saying they don't need permission to defend themselves. Now, President Trump says taking military action is also an option.
Nothing is off the table.
The president defiant, saying the U.S. will straighten out the world, taking on countries like Mexico, Iran, and even one of America's closest friends, Australia.
I called the Australian ambassador to reinforce to him our commitment to Australia and our relationship.
Senator McCain trying to mend fences after the Washington Post reported President Trump told the Australian Prime Minister on the phone Saturday that of the 4 calls he had that day with foreign leaders, this was the worst call by far, slamming an agreement Australia made with President Obama to resettle some 1,200 refugees in the U.S. On Twitter, calling it a dumb deal. But later, on camera, the president sounded more diplomatic.
A previous administration does something, you have to respect that.
I think the president should sleep more and tweet less.
Senator Graham is among the 20 senators from both parties who signed a letter urging President Trump to hold Iran accountable. And that White House announcement could come later today. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
In other news, a notorious Mexican drug lord is expected to appear in federal court in New York today. Joaquin Guzman, known as El Chapo, is charged with running a massive drug trafficking operation. He allegedly laundered billions of dollars and oversaw several murders and kidnappings. He has pleaded not guilty, and as part of an agreement with Mexico to extradite Guzman to the U.S., prosecutors have agreed not to seek the death penalty. They are asking that he forfeit $14 billion in assets. And we're learning new details about the mental state of a man convicted in the Charleston Church massacre. Unsealed federal court documents show Dylan Roof suffers from several conditions, including schizoid personality disorder, social anxiety disorder, mixed substance abuse, and a possible autistic spectrum disorder. That's according to a doctor's evaluation. Roof killed 9 people during a 2015 prayer meeting at a historically black South Carolina church, and he has been sentenced to the death penalty following a federal trial. Roof is also supposed to face a state murder trial in Charleston. And an update on the hostage situation at a prison in Delaware. A police sergeant was found dead inside the prison after police broke in to free the remaining hostage. The uprising started just after 10 a.m. on Wednesday when prisoners took 3 male and 1 female correctional employees hostage. Inmates using foot lockers filled with water to barricade themselves in, authorities negotiating with those inmates over police radios. After 18 hours, the standoff ended with the prisoners let out in handcuffs, and that is when they found Sergeant Stephen Floyd unresponsive. He was a 16-year veteran of the force, and his colleagues say he was a hero. The state is now promising a full internal review of that case.
In Pennsylvania, a driver is able to walk away from an accident after his car flies off the highway in Pittsburgh. Take a look at this. The driver entering the exit ramp when he left the road. He hit a sign and then his car soared over an embankment. Now it landed in the parking lot of a garage. The garage owner says it's the 8th crash he's seen in the area in the last 9 years. He says he thinks speeding into the turn plays a role in the number of accidents, as well as distracted driving. The driver in this case has not been cited. And a 4-year-old boy taking a quick potty break gets an unpleasant surprise when he realized he was sharing the bathroom with none other than a snake. How awful. Isaiah McFadden was using the bathroom when he found a rattlesnake in the toilet. His solution to get rid of it only made matters worse for the family.
He thought it would be a good idea to flush it back down.
How did that go?
Not well.
I don't blame them. Well, if one snake wasn't bad enough, the family called a snake removal company to get the rattlesnake. That's when they found 10 other rattlesnakes underneath the house and another 13 in the cellar. Holy moly, that is far too many snakes that I ever want to be a part of. Well, a manatee is now back in the wild after more than a year of rehabilitation at the South Florida Museum. Sarah Solo was rescued after he was found suffering from cold stress in Philippi Creek. The orphaned calf was 366 pounds when he arrived 18 months ago. He was now released back into the wild near Apollo Beach, weighing 743 pounds and just under 8 feet long. Museum officials hope he will find another manatee that already knows the winter hotspots and will help him navigate the area.
The U.S. dollar is losing its value. The dollar is now at the lowest level since mid-November. It's the lowest the dollar has been at the start of the year in decades. The dollar surged after President Trump was elected, but then retreated in January when the president said the strong dollar is killing the U.S. economy. The 2.6% drop made it the worst January for the dollar since 1987. And if you're looking for a job, you may want to think about heading over to Lowe's. The home improvement store plans to fill thousands of positions as it prepares for one of the busiest times of year. It will hire more than 45,000 workers for seasonal jobs. Those jobs include cashiers, salespeople, product assemblers, and loaders. There is a chance that some of the temporary positions may become permanent.
And Ben & Jerry's is making it easier to eat ice cream on the go. The company introducing Pint Slices. Now it's a handheld ice cream bar full of candy chunks. 4 of the company's top-selling flavors have been sliced into bars and then, of course, covered in chocolate. You can find chocolate chip cookie dough, chocolate fudge brownie, vanilla peanut butter cup, and Americone Dream in grocery stores. And that sounds delicious. Well, you may have tried some of the unique Kit Kat flavors the candy company has created over the years, but what about this one? Kit Kat Sushi. Nestle releasing pictures of the wild new creations, which are only available in Japan. The culinary confections come in 3 varieties. You got tuna sushi, seaweed wrap sushi, and sea urchin sushi, all with Kit Kats on top of them. Thankfully, the bars don't taste anything like the sushi varieties they're modeled after. The sushi Kit Kat bars are only available for a limited time.
Hungry?
Ugh.
Now, I'm not sure. Are those all made out of chocolate, or are those like chocolate on top of rice wrapped
I think
in
it's
seaweed?
a sushi with a piece of Kit Kat on top of it.
I think you got to bite in and find out.
Yeah,
What's
that'd be
that
tough.
Kit Kat
That'd
phrase?
be
Like
tough.
take a bite of
Break
it.
me off a piece
Break
of that Kit Kat.
off a piece of that Kit Kat bar or Kit Kat sushi,
Yeah.
whichever one you like.
I'm going to pass on that flavor.
Yeah.
Nice weather shaping up for the weekend. We'll talk about that coming up right after the break.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Attention small business owners. Penn Funding announces the easiest and fastest business funding program, the Platinum Business Account.
We needed cash fast. Business is good, but this is an emergency. We needed some new equipment, and the banks wouldn't help us.
At Penn Funding, we like to say, yes, you're approved. With your Platinum Business Account, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more. This amazing new business account funding program is so effective, you could have the cash you need in just days.
I called, spoke with an agent who pre-qualified us, and connected me.
Call now for your Platinum Business Account. If you've been in business for at least 6 months, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more in just days.
I called Penn Funding and had my money fast.
Need cash for your business? Call Penn Funding now.
Call 800-658-3433. 800-658-3433.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Look, I'm not an ideologue. I am an originalist.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
You know, the setting sunsets often get the press because the skies can fill with that blood red color. But for my money, you don't get any better color contrasts than with sunrises. And man, do we have some of the most spectacular sunrises this week and coming up in the next few days as well. Beautiful, beautiful sky out there. All right, taking a look at the current air temperature outside. It's nice, 56 degrees, dew point coming in at 52. Northeast wind light at about 3. That northeast wind continuing to kind of reinforce that drier air that's over us and making it feel so very comfortable out there. That's the case throughout the day today. Maybe for a brief period of time we get a little bit of a westerly component as that wind shift around. But for the most part, we are looking at that north wind through the weekend, more or less. 57 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, 56, Osmayaka, 55s in Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, 56 degrees in Northport, Punta Gorda coming in at 53 degrees, 58s in Venice and in Inglewood, and out at Longboat Key you got 60. So across the region right now, the midweek report of red tide toxins in the water showed a decrease, which is good. And certainly the red tide indications from the Mote Marine spotters that actually go out and sample the air quality and give a subjective interpretation of how much irritant there is in the air have found reduced amounts on all of our area beaches, really. The quality of the air continues to improve. So we're looking at really no irritants over lots of our beaches, and a few of them still showing just slight irritants. Hopefully that will continue to improve as we head into the weekend and we develop this offshore flow. Occasionally during the afternoon, we might develop a little bit of an onshore flow of air, but for the most part, we are looking at some very pleasant conditions across the Suncoast. We have a frontal boundary that's producing a little bit of cloud cover back to the west, plus a low pressure area just off the coastline of the Louisiana Delta region. Our air is dry enough not to support any showers. Don't see that in the forecast. Maybe over on the other coast we might see a scattered shower or two work on shore, especially during the second half of the weekend, but our area is going to be dry. Back to the west, heavy rain showers in parts of northern California today, tomorrow, and the next day. It was light yesterday, but it's picking up today. Could get a 10-inch rainfall there in northern California. And snow showers at high elevations of the Sierras could top out at 3 to 4 feet. Pretty impressive. Back to the west, we've got a little bit of snow shower activity in the high elevations of the Carolinas. Otherwise, rain showers along the coast stretching back into the deep south. Not really an issue for the airports. That's not a problem. The low pressure area moves off to the east, drags this cold front into Gulf waters, but it kind of just sort of fizzles out and falls apart as it tries to move into that big ridge of high pressure. So we're left with mostly sunny skies, dry conditions again today, and low relative humidity, it looks like, into the weekend with pretty stable temperatures, I think. We'll have temperatures in the upper 70s inland, lower to mid 70s right along the coast and beaches. And this dry air indicated on water vapor imagery kind of scooting into position assures us that we won't have any rainfall for at least 3 more days. The futurecast does show another frontal boundary moving through here that produces a wind shift as high pressure builds in that could encourage some showers over on the other coast, but we stay dry through Sunday. Maybe on Sunday night we start to see the humidity rise just a little bit, and on Monday it'll get a little thicker. Northeast wind at about 10 knots for us, and the official Suncoast forecast shows that as that humidity increases on Monday, we'll work in a chance of showers Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Little chance. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning, picking up throughout Manatee County and in downtown Bradenton. Looks like traffic picking up on 301 and State Road 70. I-75, though, looking clear throughout Sarasota and Manatee counties. Looks like Sarasota County, not a whole lot of traffic going on. Looks like a little bit of congestion down towards Clark Road, but other than that, you are in the clear. And towards South County, we do have an accident. It looks like in up towards Central Sarasota Parkway. There it is. The accident is at Potter Park Drive, so if you are heading through that direction, keep an eye out for that. Other than that, Northport and Venice area looking clear as well. Well, the Super Bowl, obviously a big party regardless of who you're cheering for, and experts now say having a healthy game plan is key to keeping your diet on track.
Yeah, many of you have your New Year's resolutions, so whether you're hosting or attending a Super Bowl party, swapping traditional treats for healthier options is a smart play. Doctors suggest trying buffalo over beef, as buffalo is a red meat but wild game, so it's a little bit lower in saturated fat. Also, experts say portion control is important to watch.
This is a time to reboot and really to kind of reassess and say, I'm still going to enjoy the game and enjoy the party, but I'm not going to get out of control. So what I like to tell my patients is that you still can have things that you really like, just have it in smaller portions.
And one more Super Bowl tip, as no Super Bowl party would be complete without chips. Try swapping corn chips for bean chips. They have a little more fiber and protein, making for a healthier treat.
And contrary to its name, I don't think my buffalo chicken dip is going to fly for buffalo substitute.
That's more of just a title and less of a healthy option.
But I love buffalo chicken dip. It's so good.
But those seem doable, right?
Yeah,
you know, some of those swaps.
Exactly.
You probably wouldn't even notice.
Easily attainable. So.
If you did it right.
Well, in entertainment news, as we get closer, of course, to the Super Bowl, Lady Gaga giving more details about her halftime show.
The singer says the show will celebrate inclusion and the spirit of equality. She says her performance will be for everyone and hopes it's a show people will never forget. There have been few details about what she will perform, but we do know the 13-minute concert will feature an appearance by Tony Bennett.
I want to say to all the young women out there, there are going to be people along the way who try to undercut your success.
Well, if those lines sound familiar to you, you may remember hearing them from Taylor Swift during her acceptance speech at the Grammys last year. The Recording Academy is now using that same speech in their promo for this year's awards ceremony. They say they hope it inspires young women to follow their dreams. The Grammy Awards will be held February 12th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely gives some hope to some younger generations.
Really cool. Well, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Who will win Super Bowl 51? For some, the answer may not be so easy. We'll show you one Bear's struggle trying to decide coming up.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner. After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Whether a family member needs a little extra help around the house, assistance recovering from a hospital stay, or someone to check in on them throughout the week, Right at Home's in-home care is the answer. Your loved one deserves the right care, and now we need caregivers to help give the right care for the right reasons, the right way. At Right at Home, we're one of the only private home health agencies in this area with the opportunity to earn paid time off. If you're someone who loves helping people, take a look at our website and click on Jobs to join our team today.
Taking a look at your Suncoast roadways up in Manatee County, an accident on State Road 70 has cleared up, but a little bit of traffic near the intersection of State Road 70 and US 301 and heading down into Sarasota. No accidents to report down there. The interstate looking clear and traffic around downtown also clear. We do have an accident near Osprey. It's on Central Sarasota Parkway, so if you're heading north on Tamiami Trail towards Sarasota, be aware of that.
So a nice day today. We have a lot of blue sky in store for us over the weekend. Looks beautiful. Daytime highs topping out in the mid 70s, upper 70s in well inland areas. Away from the waters, we'll look for nighttime lows in the 50s.
Well, choosing who will win the Super Bowl seems to be a difficult choice this year. Officials at Zoo Montana gave Ozzie the grizzly bear 2 banana cakes, one for each team in the Super Bowl. Ozzie goes for the Patriots, but then he starts nibbling at the Falcons cake. Of course, now the jury's still out on this one, but officials say he eventually chooses the Patriots. He has picked the Super Bowl winner 3 of the past 4 years.
Officials say he chose the Patriots. I'm not so sure.
How do we get these animals to pick like 9 out of the last 10,
Right.
4 out of the last 5?
I don't know. Maybe they're running NFL games in there all day long. I don't know.
I'm telling you what, hire them.
There you go. There
Doing
you
a lot
go.
better
Well,
than the rest of us
It's
are.
more entertaining, too.
Exactly right. I like fun stuff. Enjoy the weekend weather. It's great.
all right, stick around. Good Morning America's coming up next.